You want to create AI videos, but you're either confused where to start, or you've tried generating videos and the results look terrible. Here's the problem. It's not that creating videos with AI is complicated. The problem is that it is incredibly hard to find the actual workflow from prompt to finished video, what tools you actually need, and how to avoid the beginner mistakes that make everything look bad. So today I'm making a full course on creating AI videos in 2026, and I'll be walking you through what tools you need, how the process actually works, and the exact methods professionals use. For this video, I'll be using a tool called OpenArt because it integrates the entire workflow into a single platform. Instead of jumping between 5 different tabs, we can handle everything from image generation to final render in one place, which makes the process much easier to follow. If you want to follow along, I'll leave a link to OpenArt in the description. Let's get right into it. Now, before you can create AI videos, you need to understand that AI video generation requires access to AI models. Models like Veo 3, Kling, Sora 2, Hailuo, Wan 2.5, and others. These are basically the core engines which turn your prompts or images into video. Each model has its own strengths. Veo 3 is known for realism, Kling is strong at dynamic scenes, whereas Sora 2 excels at controlled camera motion. So instead of forcing one model to do everything, you want the freedom to pick the specific tool that fits the exact shot you're trying to create. This is where an all-in-one platform becomes important, and OpenArt brings all of these major models together in one place, which means you don't have to keep track of which platform hosts which model. You just pick the best model for your scene and OpenArt handles the rest. After signing in, you'll land on the main dashboard and see several options right away. There's story, video, image, character, and audio. We're going to explore all of these throughout the tutorial, so stick around until the end and I'll show you how they all connect. For now, click on video, and this workflow opens up. This is a dedicated workflow designed to generate AI videos with a lot of the methods here. First, let's work with the text to video option. To access that, you'll just have to click here on the text button and it opens up a new workflow. Text to video is the simplest method for creating AI videos. You literally tell the AI what you want in this prompt section right here, and the AI generates it. Before that, I'll choose a video model which I want my video to generate from by clicking right here, and it opens up a list of all the different models OpenArt has to offer. If you're just starting out with AI video generation, I recommend starting with Veo 3 because it's the most reliable and produces consistently good results. Click on Veo 3 to select it. Immediately, you'll see this settings panel on the left side with a lot of different options on it. Here, you can select the version of the model, toggle audio on or off, choose your resolution, change the aspect ratio, and select video mode. For your first video, here's what I recommend. First, keep the version on 3.1 as this is the latest release for Google's Veo model, so we don't need to touch that. Keep audio off for the moment unless you specifically need it. Set the resolution to 720p. This generates faster and uses fewer credits, which is perfect for testing out prompts. Set the aspect ratio to 16:9 if you're creating for YouTube, or 9:16 if you're creating for TikTok or Instagram Reels. And finally, set the video mode to fast. The next step is writing your first prompt. Now, normally I would give you a whole guide on how to stack subject, action, lighting, and camera angles perfectly. But as we're in the OpenArt workflow, making prompts is actually significantly easier. We can just type in your basic idea like a vintage car driving down a rainy street at night. Then click this auto enhance toggle right here. This is effectively a prompt engineer built directly into the dashboard. It instantly rewrites your simple idea into a perfect prompt, adding the exact camera keywords, lighting descriptors, and motion parameters that the AI model would need to output a professional grade video. And hit create. Here's the result, and take a look at it. Notice how fluid that movement is. The car is moving smoothly, the rain is reacting to the streetlights, and the neon reflections on the wet pavement make the whole shot look incredibly realistic. This is a high-quality AI video generated in a few minutes from a single text prompt. And it wasn't a lucky roll, it was simply the predictable result of giving the AI the exact instructions it needed to produce a studio-quality video. Now, let's test a different model. I'll go ahead and select Sora or a 2 from the model selector, and you'll immediately notice that the settings panel looks different than it did for Veo. That is because OpenArt automatically adapts the interface to match the unique capabilities of each specific model. For this run, select the Pro model and set the duration to 8 seconds. We'll set the aspect ratio to 16:9 to get that cinematic landscape look. For the prompt, we are going to try something a lot harder and visually interesting. I'll paste in this concept: a close-up, super slow motion shot of a wet eagle shaking water off its feathers. Water droplets flying into the air and catching the sunlight. Finally, make sure Auto Enhance is toggled on and then hit create. And here's the result. Completely different style, completely different subject, but look at the technical difficulty here. AI usually struggles with particles, but here the water droplets are distinct from the feathers, and the texture stays sharp even in slow motion. And this is the power of text to video. It eliminates the need for a massive budget, and thanks to the Auto Enhance tool, you don't even need to be an expert at prompting. As long as you can roughly describe your vision, the AI can create it. But what if you need more control over the exact composition or subject? This brings us to our next method, which is the image to video option. Now, instead of hoping the AI understands your text prompt correctly, you start with an exact image of what you want and then you animate it. This is best for product videos, specific characters, or any situation where you need precise control over composition. Let me show you the complete workflow. In the interface, click the image button right next to the text option. This will pull up the dedicated image to video workflow. At the top, you'll see the model selector again. For this example, I'm going to use Kling 2.6 because it handles image to video really well, especially for vibrant, energetic content. Now you'll also notice the interface has changed. The text box is replaced by an image upload section, and since we are animating an existing frame, we need a source image. Option 1 is using your own photo. If you have a product you want to create a video for, or a location you photographed, or a person you want to animate, just upload that photo. Option 2 is generating an image using AI, which is what I'm going to do for this example. And no, you don't need to jump to another tool or pay for a separate subscription to do this. OpenArt has a fully dedicated professional image generation workflow built right into the platform. So to access that, let's click on the Image tab on the left sidebar, and at the top, click Create Image. This opens OpenArt's image generation workflow. Click the model selector to open the list. OpenArt actually hosts over 100 unique image models here, giving you insane flexibility, whether you need photorealism, anime, or 3D character design. For this example, I'm selecting Nano Banana Pro, as it is currently one of the best models on the market for handling complex lighting and realistic textures. In the prompt field, I'll type, "A portrait of a young woman with long hair in a sunlit garden, surrounded by blooming pink flowers." Turn on Auto Enhance to sharpen that prompt, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 so it matches our video format, and click Create. And look at that result. I've got an absolutely perfect starting frame. The composition is amazing, the lighting is cinematic, and the subject is crisp. Now we can just click on this image and click this button right here, and we'll be redirected into the Image to Video tab with our image already uploaded in it. Now, here is the key difference. In this box, we will be writing a motion prompt, which means we don't need to describe the scene again, the AI can already see her. We only need to describe the specific actions we want to animate. So here I'm going to write, "She smiles gently and looks toward the camera. A soft breeze blows her hair and the flowers. Sunlight flickers through the leaves." I'll set the duration to 5 seconds and hit create. And here's the result. Look at this. Her hair is flowing naturally in the breeze. The sunlight is shifting gently across her face, and the flowers are swaying in the background. The entire scene feels alive, but the composition stayed exactly as I designed it. This is the massive advantage of image to video. You just have to upload the first frame, and the AI takes that static image and brings it to life. To get the best results with image to video, follow this rule. Keep it subtle. Beginners often ask for too much action, which causes the image to warp and turn out looking terrible. Instead, focus on micro movements like hair sways in the breeze or steam rises from the cup. And if you want camera movement, be precise. precise. Don't just say camera moves, say camera pushes slow forward. The more specific the direction, the cleaner the render. Now let's try a product example. First, I'll quickly hop over to Google and download a reference photo of a metallic water bottle. Now, you'll notice the original photo has a bit of a messy background. We don't want to animate that. We need a clean, isolated product shot. But we'll fix that. On OpenArt, I'll switch over to the Image tab again from the left side and click on the Create Image option. We'll set the model as Nano Banana Pro, and then under Image Guidance, we can see the Omni Reference feature. I'm going to upload our water bottle image here, and what this does is it tells the AI to preserve the exact details of the product, so it doesn't change. Now in the prompt box, I'll type, add a clean, soft, neutral studio background in the photo attached, and hit create. And look at that. Nano Banana worked perfectly. The messy background is completely gone, replaced by a clean studio look, but the bottle itself looks exactly the same. Now let's click this image and click here to go to the image to video workflow with your image already uploaded. For the model, we're going to stick with Kling 2.6 as it creates the most consistent rotations for product showcases. And for the motion prompt, I'll type, the water bottle slowly rotates 360 degrees. Studio lights reflect off the metallic surface as it turns. Let's keep the duration at 5 seconds and hit create. And the result speaks for itself. The water bottle rotates smoothly, the lighting reflects naturally, and it looks like a professional product video you'd see on a brand's website, and this is exactly how most of the brands now create product videos without hiring videographers. They generate a clean product image, then animate it with image to video. But here's where OpenArt adds even more value beyond just generating the video. Once your video is generated, you can upscale it directly on the platform without needing any external tools. You can simply click on the video you just generated. On the bottom right, you'll see an option called Video Upscale. We can click it, and this opens up a new workflow where you can select the resolution you want to upscale your video to. We can upscale our video all the way up to 4K, which makes it perfect for high-resolution displays, websites, or professional presentations. You'll also see a tab called Frame Interpolation. This lets you increase the frame rate of your video by adding extra frames to make motion smoother. We can go all the way up to 120 frames per second. Higher frame rates make the rotation look incredibly smooth and professional. For this water bottle video, I'll upscale to 4K and set frame interpolation to 60 frames per second. Click Enhance Video, and in a couple of minutes, we get the final result. You can bump it up to Full HD or 4K, making it look crisp and professional on any platform. This kind of high-resolution, standalone clip is exactly what you need for product reveals. However, if you want to tell a linear story, you need to control exactly where the clip ends. That brings us to our third and most advanced method to generate AI videos, which is called keyframe interpolation. In this method, you provide both the start frame and the end frame. The AI then analyzes both frames and generates the motion connecting them. This gives you total narrative control. You dictate the start and the finish, and let the AI simply fill in the middle. Let me show you with the example. First, head to the Image tab on the left and then create an image. I'm going to select Nano Banana Pro here from the model selector, so I can get the best realism in my output. For the first frame, I'll type, a woman standing in a doorway looking into a room, modern interior. Toggle Auto Enhance on and hit create. And here is our starting frame. The lighting is perfect and the style is exactly what I had in mind, so I'll go ahead and download this image. Once we have that first frame downloaded, we're going to use it as a blueprint for the next shot. Upload that photo right here into the Omni Reference field. This tells the AI to keep the style and character consistent. Then I'll update the prompt to describe the ending position. The same woman sitting at a desk working on a laptop, and hit create. Here's frame 2, and this came out looking really good as well. The lighting, the consistency, everything matches perfectly. Now let's head back to the Video tab and select Image to Video. Here is where we need to be very specific. We are going to choose our model as Veo 3. This is a perfect example of how the AI model you choose actually plays a really big role in generating your video. It's not just about quality, it's about capability. For example, if you were to use Sora 2, you wouldn't be able to use this specific technique because it doesn't support defining both a start and an end frame simultaneously. Veo 3, however, was built with this narrative control, and it allows you to dictate the start and the finish, and and lets the AI simply fill in the middle. So, with the right model selected, we are going to upload both our start frame and our end frame. In the motion prompt, we simply describe the action connecting them. So I'm going to paste this in here. The woman walks from the doorway toward the desk and sits down. Smooth camera follow, natural movement, and hit create. And here is the result. The AI actually calculated the path from the doorway to the chair and filled in the walk cycle seamlessly. This allows you to build actual narrative sequences and transitions, rather than just random clips. So you've now mastered the 3 core methods for AI video creation, but there is one critical piece missing. If you want to make a real movie or a series, your actor can't change faces between scenes. You need them to look identical in every single shot. And that brings us to another important skill you need to learn, which is character consistency. Let me show you how to do that. On the left sidebar, click on the Character tab. This opens the character creation workflow. Inside, you'll see 3 distinct ways to train your character. Option 1 is starting with 4 or more images. This is perfect if you already have a full photo shoot or a 3D model with multiple angles. Option 3 is start with description, which is great if you have a vague idea but no visuals yet. But for this video, we're going to use option 2, which is start with 1 image. I'll give her a simple name, let's call her Sarah, and upload my reference portrait. By naming her, we are essentially giving the AI a shorthand tag to recall her features later. Click Create Character, and let the system analyze the face. After processing it for a couple of minutes, it opens up these sections. We're going to head over to the prompt and reference section, and it opens up this workflow. In the prompt field, I'm going to type Sarah standing on a rooftop overlooking a city at sunset, wind blowing through her hair. Down below, you'll see 2 sliders, which are character weight and prompt adherence. Character weight controls how strictly the AI maintains Sarah's appearance. Higher weight means Sarah's face stays exactly the same. Lower weight gives the AI more creative freedom, but the face might deform slightly. I recommend keeping it around 0.7 for a good balance. Prompt adherence controls how closely the AI follows your written description. I keep this around the middle as well. And click Create. And the result is absolutely mind-blowing. Sarah's facial features, her hair, her eyes, everything is identical to the reference image. But the environment has completely changed. She's on a rooftop at sunset instead of the background we had in the reference portrait. From here, you could generate Sarah in 10 different scenes, and every single frame would maintain that exact same face. This is how you build actual characters for series, stories, or branded content. Now, let's combine some tools we've learned and create a short video right now, so you can see exactly how to go from a simple idea to a final polished video. For this example, I'm going to create a high-quality animated social media teaser. This is the kind of asset you could use immediately on Instagram or TikTok to announce a product launch. Step 1 is generating a simple base image. Head over to the Image tab. I'm going to select the Nano Banana Pro model for this, and in the prompt section, I'll paste in this prompt: a modern smartphone, clean white background, studio light. Set the aspect ratio to 9:16 for vertical social media format, and click Create. And here is the result. We got a clean, simple shot of the smartphone ready to be used. I'll download this and move on to step 2, which is animating the image. Head over to the Video tab and select Image to Video. For this example, I will choose Sora 2 from the model selector because it is amazing at building entire environments around a subject. We're going to upload the image we just generated and set its aspect ratio as 9:16, and in the motion prompt, I'll paste in this prompt: Cinematic Commercial. The white background dissolves into a dramatic dark studio. Beams of blue light hit the phone edges. The phone slowly rotates. And hit Create, and look at that result. Sora took our plain image, built a professional studio around it, and animated the whole thing all in one click. So now you know exactly how to generate AI videos, the tools you need, and the methods professionals use to get consistent results. And it's honestly crazy what you can do with this now. Because once you have this workflow, you can take an idea, control exactly how it looks, and turn it into a professional video within minutes. And OpenArt is the tool that makes this possible. It takes all these complicated AI models and puts them in one easy dashboard, making the whole process incredibly simple. Plus, they give you free credits just for signing up, so you can try everything I showed you today for absolutely free. So if you are ready to get these exact results for your own projects, go ahead and sign up to OpenArt using my link down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.